add rational expression? All right, Samantha, you wanna try this one? What is the first step, do you think, to add this to?
We have to factor it and find the lowest common denominator.
Okay, very good. We have to find the LCD, you're right. Find the LCD. However, we cannot factor this, right? It's already in the factor form. So the question is, what is LCD? Shanisha, can you tell me what is the LCD between these two?
Would it be 8x to the 7th and y to the 4th?
You said 8x to the 7, y to the 4. To find the LCD between two or more numbers, let's just find between 2 and 4. To find the LCD between, let's concentrate on 2 and 4 quickly. You need to break the numbers into its prime numbers. Like 2 is already 2. 2 consists of 1, 2. And 4 would be consists of 2 2's. So you compare the groups of prime numbers, you pick the largest of all. So when you're comparing between 2 and 4, which one is larger? Obviously 2 times 2 is larger. So 2 times 2 or 4 would be the LCD between 2 and 4. If I were going to find the LCD between x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 5, okay, Samantha, can you tell me which one you're going to pick in this case? X to the power of 2 or x to the power of 5? So can you pick the largest of all, right? So if this is x to the power of 2 and this is x to the power of 5, you would pick x to the power of 5. So if I were going to find the LCD between 2x to the power of 2 and 4x to the power of 5, between 2 and 4 you would pick 4, and between x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 5 you're going to pick x to the power of 5. So that would be the LCD. So going back to Shanisha, can you tell me what is just tell me what is the LCD between these two terms now? You have 2x to the power of 2y cubed, 4x to the power of 5 y. You can use your microphone and tell me. Okay, you put x. So let's take a look at this once again. What's the LCD between 2 and 4? Let's just concentrate on the number part first. Shanisha, can you tell me what it is? Between 2 and 4, what's the LCD? We just said we're going to pick the larger one, right? Okay, Samantha, what do you think what the LCD between 2 and 4 is? Or if you know the LCD between these two, you can tell me. Go ahead. Okay, so you type 4. That's good. That's 4. And I see Brian just joined us. Brian, if your microphone working, can you tell me what's the LCD between these two? Let's try your microphone.
X to the 5th.
Okay, x to the 5th, and continue. How about the rest?
Y to the 3rd.
Very good. So to find the LCD between two or more terms like this, you break it down to its prime numbers and you pick the largest of all. So between 2 and 4, you're going to pick 4. Between x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 5, you're going to pick x to the power of 5. And then between x to the power of 3, y to the power of 3 and y, you pick y to the power of 3. Very good. All right. So what's the next step? Brian, you want to tell me what the next step is?
Multiply top and bottom. Multiply the LCD to the top and bottom of both fractions.
Okay, what do we have to multiply the first fraction with then, Brian?
4x to the 5th power, y to the 3rd power.
Well, not quite, because we want to make these two look like this LCD, right? So if I multiply the top and bottom of this fraction by 4, then this would be way over 4. So you have to ask yourself, what times 2 give me 4? What time x to the power of 2 give me x to the power of 5? What times y to the power of 3 give me y to the power of 3? That's what you have to look at. So Samantha, can you tell me what you have to multiply the first fraction with? So I would get this as LCD for both of them.
Would you have to multiply it by 2?
2 is correct. What else besides 2?
2, and then I'm not sure how you would get the x, but y would be the same. Is that correct?
Right, that is correct. Brian, you want to tell me what you multiply the top and bottom fraction with now? X to the power of what?
To the power of 3.
Very good. So yeah, I have to multiply the top and bottom fraction by 2x to the power of 3, because if I multiply x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 2, then that gives me x to the power of 5. Remember, we add the exponents. If I have x to a to the power of n times a to the power of m, you get a to the power of n plus m. So if I multiply that here, the first fraction with this factor, then I get the LCD that I want. Okay, so I need to multiply the second fraction with another fraction here to do the same thing. And you notice that we already had y to the power of 3, so we didn't have to do anything with y. So let me go back to Brian again. Brian, can you tell me what you have to multiply the second fraction with in order to get the LCD? Go ahead.
I think it's y squared.
Okay, so 4, we already have 4 here, so we don't have to worry about the 4. We have x to the power of 5, so the only thing that's missing is y cubed. We have already y to the power of 1 here. So if I multiply this by y to the power of 2, like Brian said, but don't forget you have to multiply the top of the fraction by that too, then I would get that. Then the first fraction here, if I multiply these two together, let's write it down here. First fraction here would be 2x to the power of okay, I got disconnected for a second. I don't know what happened, but let's continue. So over here we have 2x to the power of 3, and at the bottom of the fraction here we get 4x to the power of 5, y to the power of 3. That's your LCD. And then plus, and here we have 2y to the power of 2 over the LCD would be 4x to the power of 5, y to the power of 3. Okay, you may see some repeating comments here. I somehow got disconnected as I'm recording this session. I got disconnected, and I see a few students also the same thing happened to them. I don't know why, but we're back. We're all back. So let's make sure we're okay with what we're doing so far. So at this point, we can add the numbers at the top of the fraction. That would be 2x to the power of 3 plus 2y to the power of 2 over the LCD. So now we have to make sure that we can, if this is factorable, if it's reducible, we can reduce this. Let's start asking Brian. Brian, do you follow what we just did so far? Let me make sure I get the microphone back on, since I got disconnected. I want to make sure that you get your mic back. Yeah, it is back. Go ahead. Brian, can you see if we can hear you? Do you follow what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Samantha, how about you? Do you see what we're doing? Can we factor this any more than what we did here? What do you think, Samantha? Is this our final answer? Shanisha, what do you think? I see you got disconnected too. So let's see if we have you back on also. Okay, Samantha, what do you think? Do you think we're done with this, or can we reduce that even more?
I think we can still reduce it.
Okay, so Samantha, I think we can still reduce this. How? How about you, Brian? What do you think? Can we reduce this even more?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you reduce them?
By subtracting the x cubed to x to the 5th and y squared to the y to the 3rd, and dividing 2 and 4, making it 1/2.
Okay, well, let's take a look. We have at the top of the fraction we have 2x to the power of 3 plus 2y squared, and at the bottom of the fraction we have the LCD. So we added these. So let's take a look. So far we have 2x to the power of 3 plus 2y to the power of 2 over, and the LCD is 4x to the power of 5, y to the power of 3. One more time, Brian, tell me how you want to simplify this.
By dividing out 2 and 4, and then subtracting 3 minus 5 from the exponents, and subtracting 2 minus 3 from y exponents.
Okay, you have to be very careful with reducing this. The only way we can reduce this is if I separate this. See, this would be 2x to the power of 3 over, because this denominator here belongs to both of the numbers at the top of the fraction.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you cannot just reduce this to 4 and then don't include it with the other one. So this 4 belongs, this whole denominator belongs to both of these. So if you separate these, then yes, you can reduce this, you can reduce this. The only way we can reduce this whole thing is, as you see, all these 3 terms are factor of 2. Okay, this is a factor of 2, this is a factor of 2, this is a factor of 2. So you can divide each term by 2. You can do that, you can separate that. So if I divide the first term by 2, you can look at it as factoring the 2 out. Once you factor the 2 out, then you can reduce this 2 and 4, because now everything is multiplying each other now. You see that? Now I can reduce this. I can reduce this becomes 1, this becomes 2. So here we have x to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 2 over, and then we have 2 x to the power of 5, y to the power of 3. So other than that, I cannot reduce this unless I separate these. If I separate these again, I can separately reduce them. But if you want to reduce the whole thing together, we only can reduce this 2 that they have in common. This is x to the power of 3. This is y to the power of 2, so we don't have anything in common anymore here to reduce, to factor and reduce. Samantha, do you see what we're doing here? Because you said we can factor it too.
Yes.
Okay. Shanisha, how about you? Do you follow what we're doing? Do you have any question? Okay. Shanisha is okay as well. All right, very good.